It's that time of the week. We're going to bring in our guest on the show on the Wise Guys Sports Network. He's a 6'6", small forward out of Lafayette, Indiana. He played at Jefferson High School and led Jefferson High School basketball on a 21-5 record last year. He's had offers from Evansville, Butler, Ball State, Detroit, Western Kentucky, Western Michigan, Xavier, Louisville. We welcome to the show Mr. Brooks Barnhizer, 3-star Northwestern commit. What's up, Brooks?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
No, I'm doing pretty good. How about you guys?
Doing pretty good,
Man,
Brooks.
you know,
Doing
man,
pretty good. So let's get right to it. Let's get right to it. Mm-hmm. At what age did you start playing basketball, and what made you fall in love with the game?
Man, I think I really started playing basketball probably since I was like 4 or 5. What really made me just fall in love with the game was just, my dad. He's a high school coach. He actually played at Purdue for a year, and then he played at Auburn his last 3. So just him always being around the game and being a coach just really kind of wanted me to play the game and just play for him. So, that was probably just what, got me into basketball. And ever since then, I started playing. I just fell in love with it. And I just kept going.
Go ahead, Clarence.
Okay. So Brooks, it was stated that you was ranked 100. You was in the top 150 recruits from Indiana, and your number was actually 149. And I wanted to, and I seen that your bio that this was a hard commit to Northwestern. Can you explain why this was a hard commit?
Yeah, so like that kind of like ranking stuff was kind of weird. So like I wasn't in the top 150 in the nation up until it was kind of like right after our school year ended, and then I actually jumped 60 spots. So now I think I'm at like 136 in the nation. I think I'm like number 5 in Indiana. But there was a lot of schools. Yeah, so there's a lot of schools that if with COVID and everything, like a lot of schools are gonna come check me out this summer, and a lot of kind of like some powerhouse schools. But just with the COVID and everything going on, I would watch, just keeping in contact with all the coaches and stuff. And I just developed a really good relationship with just the coaches at Northwestern, the players there, and what they tell me and what they envision for me is just something that I would really love to be a part of. So I just jumped at the opportunity to just commit, and I'm still 100% a Wildcat, and I'm excited.
Definitely. You mentioned it a little bit. We know this year in 2020, the country has been dealing with COVID-19. So how has COVID-19 affected your training and you being able to stay in shape and be in the gym and stay in tip-top basketball shape?
Yeah, I mean, it really affected a lot because, even though like people think that, since my dad's like, my high school coach, we could still go to the gym every day, and that wasn't the case. They cut off high schools from everybody. Nobody was allowed in. So, we would have to be going to like outdoor courts. We would, we actually kind of struck gold. This one guy had kind of like a 60-foot basketball court in his house. He would let us go over there every morning and just get our workouts in. So, big, props to him just for letting us do that. But, being at, sitting at home all day during the quarantine and stuff, you would just have to be doing like, running outside with your mask on, just doing, like push-ups, sit-ups around the house, just trying to stay in your shape. So it just kind of made you, value the things you had before, everything went into lockdown. I can say that as soon as everything got lifted, now we're in school, I'm always in the gym, just, not taking it for granted for sure.
Go ahead, Clarence.
Okay, so Brooke, I forgot to ask you this though. Back when you was growing up, when you was a kid and growing up, did you have like a favorite NBA player or NBA team growing up?
So it's actually kind of funny. So I'm from Indianapolis, and a lot of people in Indianapolis, their favorite teams, of course, the Pacers. But I got a lot of hate because my favorite player like ever is Steve Nash, and it's actually why I wear number 13. But so I love the Suns. Growing up, they had Nash, Stoudemire. They had Sean Marion, all those really good players. I love just watching that team. Yep. They were stacked. So it was just it was kind of fun because I was the only Suns fan I really knew, and I would get a lot of hate for it. My friends did, they'll just be clowning me over it. But I just really love the way they play. They're kind of way before their generation. Like they're kind of like the Warriors were in 2015. Shot a lot of threes, got up and down. So, I mean, it was just a really fun team to watch. And, so Nash is my favorite player for sure.
Now, Brooks, growing up, have you or do you currently play any other sports besides basketball?
Yeah, actually, I did up until I think sophomore year. I played baseball all the way up until sophomore year, and I ran cross country all the way up until sophomore year too. And then so I lived in so I'm from Indianapolis, and I lived in Alabama for 3 years. It was my 7th, 8th, and 9th grade year. And a cool thing about Alabama is they let you play high school sports as middle schoolers. So this is actually going to be my 6th year high school basketball. And so I was running cross country, playing high school ball as a middle schooler down there. And then we moved back up to Indiana in Indianapolis just to, finish off, high school where I'm from, just around the people that I grew up with and around family. And, I just decided to focus on basketball for these last 3 years.
Okay.
I like that response. My mother, she from Alabama. So, she talk about the South all the time. But, Brooks, I want to ask you this though. What stands out to you the most when you step on a basketball court? Like or as a human being, what stands out to you the most?
I mean, yeah, that's a really good question. Just kind of like for me, like when I step on a basketball court, it's just like, like you just kind of think of like all the things that like one reason why I love basketball so much is like the stuff it can do for you, and just all the memories behind it. Because a lot of people just play basketball to play basketball. They just play basketball because they're good at it. But, I mean, just like all those memories, just like growing up, working out with your dad, your brother, going to AU tournaments, stepping out there on high school with your high school teammates, trying to get a win for them, because you just want to prove everybody, right, just make everybody proud. So, I mean, as soon as I get on the basketball court, that's really just all I'm thinking about. I just, how can I make my parents proud today? How can I make my friends proud today? How can I make my coaches proud today? So, it's just you just kind of like paying gratitude to where it got me. So whenever I get out on the court, I just want to, just try to prove everybody right that trusted in me for sure.
Now, Brooks, you attend Lafayette Jeff High School in Indiana, where you will be a senior this year. And last season, your team finished with a 21-5 record, which is very impressive. So what's an improvement you want to see your team make from last year to this upcoming season?
A big improvement I think we need to make is, it was kind of funny because even though we were 21-5 last year, our defense wasn't great. I mean, we had a few decent defenders, but as a team defense, team orientation, like how we, approach like situations, getting up and down the court, our defense wasn't great. We just had really good scores. And 2 of them actually graduated this year. One of them is my brother, who actually plays at a college near Chicago now. And then another one was another senior. So, with those 2 guys graduating, and our big man graduated last year, and he helped us. I really want to see the kids who are still here just become a really good defensive team. And, we've been working on a lot over the summer and stuff. So I think we've really gotten really good at just, getting better at what we need to get better at. But for this year, I really want to see us be better defensively.
Okay. So, bro, so you did state that you was from Indianapolis, Indiana. So did you even have a favorite football team growing up?
Not really. I mean, I guess you could say it was the Colts because, I love Peyton Manning. But, I mean, really, I would say that I watched probably college football a little more than NFL. But it would have definitely been the Colts, just hometown team, Peyton Manning. Definitely.
Yeah, okay. What's your favorite college football?
Yeah, who's your favorite college team?
It's my favorite college team is just Auburn because, my dad went there. So, I mean, just watching them play. I mean, I know, a lot of people don't like Auburn and stuff like that, but man, like every Saturday we'd be watching the games. He would just be telling me about his college days and how it was. So my favorite team is Auburn.
Did your dad get a chance to watch and see Cam Newton play?
Yeah. So when we actually still lived in Indiana in 2000. I think I was 10 when they won the national championship when Cam was there. So I mean, we just I think my brother and I think I didn't get a chance to see him in live, but I think my brother, my mom, my dad did. I think I was about 8. I don't know where I was, but they went to a game and yeah, so they saw him that year, so they got to see him live. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Now let's get back to some basketball.
Yes, sir.
I know your father is your head coach, Mark Barnhizer. So can you talk about the pros and cons of playing for your dad?
Yeah. So that's a pretty good question. So I would say the only cons of it. I mean, I don't really see like a lot of cons in it, but a lot of people may think that it might be hard on you a lot and stuff like that. But I would say in this situation, a lot of the cons actually end up being positive in the end. Because like you could say, he's harder on me than he is on everybody else. You could say that he's, sometimes you come home and, the basketball talk doesn't ever stop. If you do something wrong, you're going to hear about it until you can, correct it. But, I just really think that that's just kind of like that's just a respect thing. He really wants me to lead. He really wants me to be, set the example. So, if you can deal with that and you can understand, what the criticism is going to be, like what it's like, if you can take it, and build on it, then I would say that, there really are no cons, but, he's definitely hard on you, more than the other kids. He's definitely, always on your tail, trying to keep you just engaged and keeping everybody engaged. So, I would say the pros to it are just, going out there, like winning a game and then coming home and, having to talk to him about, what I did good, what I did bad. It's just those little things are really cool. And then, you can kind of be like a player coach on the floor. So, like, if he needs help or, he needs, like, to get a player voice in there to just help him out, I'm always willing to help him out. So it's just really cool, all the memories and stuff for sure. Those are definitely pros.
Real quick, Clarence. One more question about this, your relationship with your dad. Do you feel any extra pressure being the coach's son on the team?
Like when I was growing up, I did. I would say that I definitely did. I guess that I really don't anymore because I kind of think that I've kind of like proven myself, a little bit as a player. And, now it's just for fun. I can like go out there, I'm just competitive every night. But when I was growing up, there definitely was, being like a coach's kid, just expected because, there's definitely instances out there where like coach's kids, they just get kind of like a bye. And, I feel like with me and my dad, that was never the situation. I had to earn it to the next step. I had to go the extra yard to earn it with him. So, I wouldn't say that I feel any pressure now, but when I was growing up, I definitely did.
Okay, yeah, that's a good answer though, Brooke. So let me ask you this, Brooke. So let's pull away from basketball real quick.
Mm-hmm.
What is your biggest goal? I don't know for sure if you want to make it to the NBA, but do you have like a personal goal that you want to achieve when you get get through college or even afterwards?
Yeah. So one of the goals, one of my biggest goals is, it's every kid's dream that plays, college basketball to go to the NBA. And, I'm always going to try to work towards that. But, sometimes you just got to be like logical and, often more times than not, as much as you hate to say it, there's a great chance that might not happen. There's a chance that it might, slightest. But, what happens if it doesn't? I would just love to play professional basketball anywhere for a little bit, if it's, overseas, Spain, anywhere like that. Just to say that I, was a professional basketball player, that'd be cool. But one thing about going to Northwestern, so like they're like ranked like in the top 10 schools in just like America for college. And it's kind of cool because they're in the Big Ten. So, I'll be able to get a good education there. And, what my goal is just to get a good job, straight whenever I'm done playing basketball, anything like that, and just set my family up for, just like a good life and being able to, still maybe paying a little bit of, my parents,
Just live
a little bit. Yeah. Just trying to just thank them for everything they did. So definitely just taking care of my family and setting up, just a good position for me, myself, my future family. For sure.
We're live here with 3-star small forward commit to Northwestern, Brooks Barnhizer. Now, Brooks, you had offers from Butler, Ball State, Xavier, Louisville. What made you choose Northwestern?
Choosing Northwestern, it was just really the kind of like I said in the last question, just like the educational factor, like the best of both worlds kind of thing. Coach Collins, his dad was Doug Collins, coached the Bulls with Michael Jordan. And, just there's like a lot of like good, he was the head coach. He was the head assistant at Duke before he went to Northwestern. So, I just really think that he has a really good head on his shoulders when it comes to basketball. And, just the great basketball, being in the Big Ten and, just kind of going to a school like Northwestern where, you can kind of put them on the map, like me and my class and the kids there now. I really think that we can put them on the map just for basketball-wise, just kind of like how Brian McIntosh and those guys did a few years ago when they went to the tournament. But, just the best of both worlds kind of atmosphere there that just I didn't really see. I saw that there was a lot of schools that had kind of that, but not to the extent that Northwestern had. So, just with the coaching staff and the best of both worlds, I just really jumped at the opportunity. That's what I saw.
I like that. So Brooks, man. So the NBA bubble has been going on in the going on all season. So did you have do you have any a team that's coming out that who you think is going to win the NBA championship?
Man, so that is a great question. So I'm a big Luka guy. Because I kind of see I kind of see myself I kind of see a little bit of himself and me, just like a little bit. I'm really trying to just learn some stuff from him. Just trying to put as much as I can of his game into mine. I'm always trying to watch him because he's like, in my opinion, he's top 20, maybe even top 10 NBA player right now, just the way, all the stuff he can do.
Yeah.
When they lost, I was kind of hurt, but man, there's so many good teams. You got the Lakers, man, you got the Clippers, you got Jamal Murray and that series, they're going crazy right now.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if I could save if I had a favorite to win it.
So let's start like this. Oh, my bad, Jay. But who you got coming out the Eastern Conference? Let's start
coming out of the Eastern Conference. That's a good question. My opinion is I think whoever wins the Bucks. Oh no, wait, hold on. I'm just forgetting because the Celtics are good, the Raptors are good. All four teams in the East are tough. Man,
let me help you out, Brooks. Okay,
go ahead.
I told Clarence a while ago that I had the Boston Celtics coming out of the East. Now let me tell you why. Me personally, I don't believe in the Bucks. I know all year long they were the top seed in the Eastern Conference. I know it's a great chance that Giannis is going to win NBA MVP. I just believe the Milwaukee Bucks don't have enough, scoring to be able to beat the Boston Celtics in a 7-game series. I think Boston, they have 4 players who can create their own shot off the dribble. Gordon Hayward, when he returns back from his injury. Kemba Walker, he can do it. Jason Tatum can do it. Also, Jaylen Brown. So I like the Boston Celtics as a squad. And I think Boston sent a message to the rest of the NBA yesterday when they beat the Toronto Raptors, the reigning NBA champions.
I agree. And here's another thing I would say about the Celtics is, they can defend. They got a bunch of defenders with their scoring. They got Marcus Smart. They got Jaylen Brown who can guard. And they're big men. Even though they're not top 2 big men, they do their job. So I would say that I think they.
Tice.
If I had to,
Tice, the big man. He's
Tice,
a good. He's a good rim protector.
And then if I had to, I would say out of the East, if I had to go with my gut, I would go with the Celtics. I would go with the Celtics because of Brown and Tatum. But I think the Eastern Conference Finals would be a great series. I think it'll be the Celtics, and then it's really a toss-up for. I think the other series will go 7 with the Bucks and the Heat.
What?
Man, I think it'll go 6 or 7, at least 6 or 7. Because
did you hear us talking about the series before you came on?
Yeah, a little bit. And I
got Miami at 7. Clarence got Bucks in 6.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know if I can make a prediction because, you got the Bucks because you got Giannis, and then you got just a great fundamental team. But then on the side of the Miami Heat, you got it's gritty, they're tough, and I don't know. They're
loaded
scoring, and then but the Bucks are kind of top heavy with Middleton, Giannis. So I don't know. It'll be a good series.
Just so you guys know, real quick, just so you know, we're heading into the 4th quarter of the Miami Heat and Milwaukee Bucks game 1, and the Miami Heat lead the Milwaukee Bucks 92-86. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah. So Brooks, go. Who you got coming out the Western Conference in the finals?
Oh, man. I want to hear this.
So Man, so I got the LA teams in the finals of the LA teams in the Western Conference Finals, and then coming out of it.
I know it's hard. I know it's hard.
It is hard. It is hard because it all depends on for me, it all depends on is Paul George going to perform well in the if they get there, because I mean Luka was kicking his tail, and Luka's not and LeBron is. Luka's not LeBron. So, when LeBron comes, I don't know. So, and then Anthony Davis is really good, too. So, I want to hear, who do you guys have coming out of the West?
Look, I got the Lakers.
You got the Lakers?
That's who he has. Okay, I have the Clips. I think the Clippers are going to go to the finals, and here's why. I think the Clippers, they're a much deeper team than the Lakers are, Brooks. I think when you combine Lou Williams with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, those are three players that can create their own shot, and when it gets late in ball games, I believe they can hit the perimeter shots, and they can carry the Clippers to the promised land over the Lakers. When I look at the Lakers, I think the Lakers are very top-heavy. I think you got LeBron James and Anthony Davis, the best duo we have in the NBA, but after that, it's a significant drop-off, and I think in a series going up against a Clippers team, a well-coached Clippers team like Doc Rivers, I think Doc Rivers is going to force Kyle Kuzma, Danny Green, KCP to hit perimeter shots at a consistent rate. I don't think they can do it, Brooks. That's why I believe the Clippers are going to beat the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals and get to the NBA Finals.
And here, look, here's my thing. Here's my prediction why I have the Lakers winning. He's Trey over there is tripping. He's betting on playoff LeBron. You don't bet on playoff LeBron. Let me tell you this too.
True.
He had Portland beating LeBron James in the first round. I'm telling him.
No, hold on, Brooks.
James,
no, Clarence. You don't get to do that, Clarence. Because hold on, Brooks. Let me defend myself. I am a Melo fan. So my heart was more into that prediction than my actual basketball knowledge. Okay, if you have a favorite player, you're going to root for your favorite player to win. So I was riding that Portland Trailblazers wave. I was riding that Damian Lillard wave.
Yeah, and I have a funny story about that too, because when that was Dame time, so they got the they beat the Grizzlies, they won all those games. I actually said to a few of my friends, I was like, Portland's gonna beat the Lakers, and I was saying it because the Lakers, man, they were averaging under 100 points a game in the first 8 games. I was like, they're kind of looking tough, but man, I don't know, I mean, I got burnt on that one because Dame, he got hurt and everything else because they kind of fell apart. But
it was a mess. It was a mess. But I will say, and I think Clarence can even agree to this, Melo definitely rejuvenated his career, and Melo will have a job next year for sure.
For sure. I hope it's in Portland.
You know what? I hope it's not. I hope it's with the Lakers. I think the Lakers need Melo.
Or Brooklyn.
They do.
Yeah. But Brooks, we got to put you on spot here, bro. Who making it to the finals, the Clippers or the Lakers?
I'm going Clips in 7.
Yes.
I'm going Clips in 7.
Nice pick, Brooks. Nice pick. I agree with you. I got the Clippers too. See, here's the thing. I know LeBron and Anthony Davis are 2 of the top 5 players we have in the NBA. And I know they're going to produce at a high level. I'm not sitting here saying that I believe LeBron's not going to show up. I know LeBron is going to show up and give you his traditional 35, 10 rebounds, 10 assists type of game. He's going to average a triple-double. I know Anthony Davis is going to drop 30 points per game in the Western Conference Finals. But sometimes I do have my questions about Anthony Davis, Brooks. I told Clarence this before. I know Anthony Davis, talent-wise, is a top 5 player in the NBA. But sometimes Anthony Davis, he's passive. I want AD to be aggressive. And in order for the Lakers to have any chance of beating the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals, they need AD to be aggressive. I'm not so sure AD is going to be aggressive against the Clippers. But even if he is, do y'all really believe in KCP, Danny Green? Do y'all believe in these brothers? Morris? Do y'all believe in them? I don't.
And my thing, the reason why I'm going with the Clippers is like you said, you got LeBron and you got AD. And then are you gonna win a championship with Alex Caruso as your starting point guard? I just don't see with Caruso, and then you got like Kuzma. I mean,
Yeah.
I would rather bet on, I would rather bet on Lou Williams. I would rather bet on a Paul George. I would rather bet on the second, the secondary,
say
the bench players. So I just think I think that the Clippers the supporting cast to those two, I just think that's the reason why they'll win in 7.
Go ahead,
The bench hasn't been playing well. Y'all bet. So y'all telling me that y'all go bet. Oh, y'all go bet. Pandemic P over AD. AD has been playing amazing. He's been playing amazing. And Trey, you remember you used to state, oh, he's not scoring in the fourth quarter. Now he is. Some games he didn't play the fourth quarter though. But I think this Lakers team is definitely go to the finals though, because I'm not betting over the playoff LeBron. And I think LeBron, he's gonna show up like you stated, Trey. He's gonna show up. And Brooks, this one we gotta take you to school, man. When you betting against the king, man, you gonna feel the king pain. And I truly believe that if Paul George is not, if he keeps choking, he's gonna hurt the team more. And Kawhi, he's gonna be dropping he's gonna be out to drop 40 or 50 because Paul George don't want to score. But I will say that the Lakers bench has actually been playing well. They actually been playing better than the Clippers bench, if you believe that. They've been knocking down threes. And Montrezl Harrell, he came late back into the bubble, and he hasn't performed that well. I think he only had one good game against the Mavs. I'm betting on this Lakers team, man. This Lakers team.
See, Brooks, I look at the Clippers though as being the better team defensively, believe it or not, especially on the perimeter. On the perimeter, they have 4 players they can throw at LeBron James and Patrick Beverly, Marcus Morris, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George. All 4 of those players can guard LeBron James at some point in that series. I don't know if LeBron's going to have enough in the tank to be able to overcome all 4 of those defenders that the Clippers are going to throw his way. And like I said, I believe in AD and LeBron. I don't think the Lakers have a reliable third option that can score the basketball enough to beat the Clippers in a 7-game series. So I got the Clips. Clarence got the Lakers. But real quick, I want to ask you one more question, Brooks. Another question. Who are your top 5 players right now in the NBA currently?
In the NBA, man. So everybody's healthy.
Yeah.
So can I just say top 5, or do I have to list them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nah, just give me your top 5.
Top 5. All right. So LeBron, of course. I would put. All right. So I would go. Now this is just me. I'm kind of biased, but so LeBron's definitely in there. KD's definitely in there. Kawhi's definitely in there. AD, I would say, is probably definitely in there. And then with the 5th, I can't forget about him. I'm going to put Curry in there.
Really?
Hold on. Time out.
Yeah.
Time out, Brooks.
What's
now,
up?
Do you believe Anthony Davis is better than Giannis?
Oh, no. Hold on. Let me revise my 5.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
LeBron. I forgot about Giannis. I think I forgot about but I would just take AD off for Giannis. I still think you got to have Curry in there. When Curry's healthy, 2-time MVP, I think you got to have him in there.
So you actually think that Giannis is better than Anthony Davis?
I think if I'm by themselves, player wise, I don't even know. It's a toss up between those two. I mean, I don't even know. That is a hard comparison because they're kind of. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say because AD, man, when he's hot, I mean nobody can stop him because I mean he can shoot better than Giannis, of course. But
yes,
my thing about Giannis is, I mean, I know he won Defensive Player of the Year in this year, and I know AD was in the runner for that, but Giannis is just he's just he can. I don't know.
He's more dominant.
I would say I think he's more dominant because he's kind of the top player on the team. He doesn't. I mean, Chris Middleton's really good, but it's not like LeBron. It's not like you're sharing this limelight with LeBron. So you kind of do get the credit for that. But I mean, his team, I don't know. Both their teams are good, so it's really a toss-up in my opinion.
See, I believe, Brooks, that AD is better than Giannis because offensively, I think Anthony Davis is a better scorer than Giannis is. I think Giannis has limitations offensively. Clarence keep putting his head down, but it's a fact. That's part of the reason why the Raptors upset the Bucks last year in the Eastern Conference Finals. Nick Nurse and that coaching staff. They put together a game plan, and they basically forced Giannis to hit perimeter shots. He couldn't do it. We know Anthony Davis, as a scoring threat, he can hit perimeter shots at a consistent rate. That's the difference to me in Giannis and Anthony Davis. I think Anthony Davis, scoring-wise, he gives you more of a premium than Giannis overall.
Mm-hmm. Now, but at the time, though, Brooks, he only stated offensively. But Giannis impacts the game on both sides of the floor. He's a better passer. In my opinion, he dropped better statistic numbers than AD probably ever did. And I think for Giannis, though, he's just a driven force, like on both sides of the floor, and he can defend in like 1 through 5, and he just got that killer instinct in his mind. Like, look, I'm the best player, and it's another reason why I'm winning MVP, because I'm the best player in the NBA, regardless respect to LeBron James, but I'm the best player, and he's showing it why he is, though. He's leading his team. He's leading his team in all categories. That's not.
But hold on, Clarence. You say he a better facilitator than AD. You can't forget AD playing with LeBron. So that's LeBron's role on that Lakers team. LeBron is the playmaker. That's not Anthony Davis's role. On the Bucks, on the Bucks, it starts and ends with Giannis. So you can't really say, oh, Giannis is a better facilitator than Anthony Davis. That's not Anthony Davis's role with the Lakers.
Do you think you really thought Giannis' role was that? It was through to him. It was through to him. Like, that's why when him and Jason Kidd was teaching him to facilitate and how to be a good teammate to his player. And I think for that type of situation, when you're the best player on your team, you got to do whatever it takes to make your team better. Like, even if you're scoring, rebounding, and passing, even on the defensive side. And I think for AD in this type of situation, he got a better player around him than what Giannis had. And even in the Pelican years, though, he could have been a good facilitator there, but he wasn't. His main thing was scoring into the paint and rebounding. But Giannis, it's everything the above: winning, team play, scoring, defensively. Look, Giannis is better, man. He's better. I don't know how people can just say AD's better.
Brooks, who is your NBA MVP this year?
This year, if I was giving somebody an MVP, I would go Giannis.
Wow. So you think you over LeBron?
I would give it to him over LeBron.
Okay, let me give you my case for LeBron. See, I think if you take LeBron James off the Lakers, I don't think the Lakers are our number 1 seed in the Western Conference. If you take Anthony Davis off the Bucks, I think the Bucks are still a playoff team. They can still make the playoffs, and they'll be like a top 6 seed to me, because I think the Bucks are well coached. Mike Budenholzer is one of the best coaches we have in the NBA. He also was a great coach for the Atlanta Hawks and led those Hawks teams to the playoffs while he was their head coach. I think Budenholzer has a system in place for the Milwaukee Bucks for them to be successful. When it comes to the Lakers, you take LeBron James off that Lakers team, they're not a top 5 seed in the tough Western Conference. In the East, I still think the Bucks are a top 6 or 7 seed in the Eastern Conference, even without Giannis.
So hold on, Brooks. So you basically saying Middleton is going to be a better leader than Anthony Davis?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we know Anthony Davis is better than Middleton. I just think the Bucks have better role players than the Lakers, and I think they're better all around coached than the Lakers are. So I think when you combine those two things, I think that takes away a little bit of Giannis's value compared to LeBron James. So that you say what, Brooke?
So like I kind of like I can see where you're coming from, but like in my opinion, let's say like you take LeBron, you take Giannis off each team, you might be right. They're more like actually like more valuable. LeBron, I can see that, but I think the Lakers would be better off, like a better team than the Bucks. I know the Bucks are in the East and it's a little weaker, but like I just don't think Chris Middleton is the same level of player as AD is. And I mean on that Lakers team, you do have a few you got a few talented kids supporting cast and stuff like that, but. And I know that Budenholzer is a way better coach than Vogel, even though Vogel's not that bad of a coach. But I just think that you could go farther with AD than you could with Middleton and that Bucks team.
I agree. That's all I'm saying. And the thing is though, Brooke, like, don't get me wrong, the Lakers is in the Western Conference, so they're gonna have probably a tougher task than them. But AD is much of a capable, better leader than Chris Middleton. Like Middleton is one of them guys that he need to feel off somebody's energy. Like Giannis, he needs Giannis to be successful. And believe it or not, though, like people say, this one guy was trying to say, but yeah, they was 6-3 without 5-3 without Giannis. I'm like, that's 8 games compared to 60 games, bro. How would they be in 60 games? Like, do you believe they gonna be still playing well or shooting better without Giannis? That's only an 8-game stretch, man, compared to what 60 games that they played this bubble. Well, I just don't understand.
Okay,
trying to tell Trey, like,
let's get back to Brooks though, real quick. Brooks, let me ask you a question. Who do you compare your game to in the NBA right now? Like, if you looked at a player and said, I like the way he plays, I'm not necessarily trying to copy, but you're trying to emulate and try to take things away from their game to apply to your game. Which player currently in the NBA would you say that you would do that for? Who would you say it is?
Just like kind of like what I was saying earlier, because like, so even though like I'm 6'7", and I actually play point guard on my high school team, and like, and that's kind of like what I'm being recruited as for college. That's one of the reasons like why I kind of like Northwestern, because they kind of see me as like a combo guard rather than a 3. I mean, like I'll play the 3 a little bit, but they kind of see me as a combo guard as well. So, you know, I'm just really kind of like what Luka does, the way he can facilitate, score when he needs to. You know, I'm trying to get, you know, to be, you know, like a hallmark version of that, you know, just like an off-brand version of that as much as I can, you know, because I mean, I just think that the way he plays, the way he leads at his age, you know, as much as I can take away from him, you know, I would love to just be as close as I can to his game. But yeah, so I would definitely just look at Luka in that aspect.
Definitely. I like that. I like that question, man.
All right, Bruce, I got another question for you. Clarence, you got a question you want to say?
No. I'm listening.
Okay, Brooks, I was going to ask you. Now, I know head coach Chris Collins of Northwestern, he's entering his 8th season as head coach, and he has a record of 109 and 118 and won 48% of his games. How excited are you to play for Coach Collins?
You know, I'm really excited. You know, one of the like a lot of I remember when like he was actually telling me about like you know, some people may, you know, say that, you know, his job, you know, at times like, oh, it might be in jeopardy, or like, you know, you don't want to go there because, you know, he's not, you know, he might be out there in a year, but he actually signed like an extension through 2020 something, you know. But I'm super excited in him. I think that the way he coaches, it's kind of like his dad, you know, me and my dad, you know, because my dad's a coach. You know, we love the way that he, you know, kind of like the offenses that he runs, you know, it's kind of just like fast paced, and it's not really Big Ten basketball, if that makes sense. Big Ten basketball kind of slow, you know, look for a good shot.
Yeah.
I mean, they look for a good shot, but they play fast. You know, they kind of play like modern day, you know, trying to get up and down. And, you know, a lot of his losses on his record are kind of just, you know, he's had really young teams, and before they got really good, you know, so you would have to go through a few years. Like when he took Northwestern's program up out of where it was, man, it was in the gutter. You know, nobody knew about them. They had never been to a tournament. You know, they finally got to the tournament a few years ago. We're trying to get back to there. You know, I think that we'll be able to. And, you know, I'm just really excited to, you know, go there and try to be a part of his team and his vision for the program.
All right. I like that answer. So one more question, though. I'm going to lead this to Trey. So, okay. So your current is there any, and they're like, I know this like a funny question though. Once you get to college and stuff, is there like any way you might swap jerseys, like change the jersey number? Could you say you like?
Yeah. So like, I mean, I hope that 13 is open when I get to, you know, like I hope 13 is available. I hope like nobody's wearing it when I get to Northwestern. I don't think anybody is right now. So I think I'm good right now. But you know, I've always worn it growing up. So, you know, it would be weird to change, but, you know, if I had to change, I might change. You know, my brother and my dad always wore 44. So, like, if that's not there, somebody's wearing 13, you know, I might have to pick up my brother's number and my dad's number, wear 44. So, you never know. So, that's a good question. I like that question.
All right, Brooks, what do you think will be the biggest challenge transitioning from high school basketball to college basketball?
You know, yeah, I think the biggest challenge for that is just, you know, you go from playing, some high school freshmen, high school sophomores. High schoolers, you go from playing kind of kids to grown men. People that play in the Big Ten, they're established, they're pros, they've been there, they've done it, they've seen it all. I gotta, that's just kind of like a wake up call. I can't, now that I'm going to Northwestern, I can't be, relaxed. I can't be, I'm a D1 basketball commit. I'm higher than this, I'm higher than that. I'm at the bottom of the food chain as soon as I get there. So I just got to keep working, trying to get stronger every day, get better every day. Have a good high school year and then go to Northwestern, just being ready to work and, trying to go at those Big Ten guys, go at those, Michigan States, the IUs, the Purdue's, so just definitely the, people I'm about to play would be the biggest challenge.
For you personally, Brooks, what are some improvements you want to make on your game personally heading into your senior season?
I definitely want to, I'm trying to get it, as athletic as possible. If I, just putting on, getting a little stronger, a little more athletic, just kind of developing my body into a, grown man's body, a Big Ten body. I'm always trying to just keep improving everything in my game, like, making sure, just playing point guards really help my handle, just keep, keep my handle right, keep getting better at that, keep my shot, trying to make it as pure as possible. Just being able, just lead, kind of goes beyond just the basketball part, trying to, be a good leader, become more of a team player, all through and through outside of basketball, hanging out with teammates, taking them to places, just going the next step, just trying to be as good as I can, in and outside the court.
Is there a certain player you most excited to watch this year in college basketball?
I'm just kind of ready to watch all the kids in Northwestern just to see what they can do. They got a whole nother year, they got better. I'll definitely be looking at them. And if Cade Cunningham, I know they kind of got Oklahoma State not allowed to play in the tournament or something like that, but I like his game a lot. It'll be cool to see what he does at Oklahoma State.
He is a 6'6" small forward, 3-star Northwestern commit from Lafayette, Indiana. We're here with Brooks Barnhizer. Hey, Brooks, we appreciate you coming on the show this evening. We're definitely going to bring you back on sometime before basketball season, bro. We definitely thank you for coming on the Wise Guys show tonight on the Worldwide Sports Network.
Appreciate you.
Anytime.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I'll be happy to come back.
Yes, sir. We'll come back, bring you back on and talk about basketball. And like I said, be sure to shout us out on your social media, bro. You got any social media you want to shout out real quick before we go?
Just my Instagram is just Brooks Barnhizer. My Twitter is just Brooks Barnhizer. And then, that's pretty much it. But I'll definitely shout you guys out. Thank you guys for having me on.
Thank you, Brooks, for coming on. He's attending Northwestern in fall of 2021. Have a good season this year.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Yes, sir.
See you guys. Thank you.